Today I'm gonna share my breakfast one day. Don't miss out on our family's secret breakfast soup. And for dinner, I share super easy yet delicious fried rice. If you like meat, you should definitely try this. Stay tuned as I reveal a new soup recipe perfect for fried rice. This time I didn't have much food in the fridge, so I went to the grocery. These are the Japanese carrots that everyone always says are so big. I haven't bought maitake mushrooms in a while. These are so straight and very beautiful green onion. Cucumbers are a must for sandwiches. I also use tuna and corn that I have at home. I will make a side dish with maitake mushroom and spinach, so look forward to it. First of all, I want to prepare veggies for a sandwich. Today I will make two kinds of sandwiches. What kind of sandwiches do you like? When you think of sandwiches, are they more for lunch than breakfast? I like sandwiches with cucumbers in them. My husband is not a big fan of veggies, but he likes these shredded and thinly sliced one. This is not for sandwiches, but I'll boil it first for later use. Japanese spinach has a strong harsh taste, so I often boil it before using. I have been boiling spinach since I had a stomachache after eating spinach that had been quickly sauteed without boiling before. Place in boiling water and boil for 1 minute. How do you eat spinach? I love to hear your ideas as I've been eating the same way a lot lately. Then drain off the water thoroughly. Next, stir-fry carrot with olive oil. Carrots are extremely tasty just fried in oil and sprinkle with salt and pepper. Put dashi powder as you like. You can season raw carrot, but this way they lose their water content, so you can put them in sandwiches and the bread won't be soggy. Next, I wanna make super tasty tomato salad. Cut tomatoes into bite-sized pieces. I'm happy to buy tomatoes at a discount this time. Tomatoes and cucumbers go very well together. Any shape is fine as long as it's small. You can use either vegetable alone. Add tuna. Keep about half and use it later. This is shio kombu, seasoned kelp stripes. If it's not available, use dried kombu and salt. Or dashi powder is fine too. Put sugar, soy sauce, and sesame oil. The kelp broth soaks into the vegetables and makes them delicious. Salt and pepper after tasting. Add sesame seeds if you have them. Tuna and kombu is a new combination, but it's also delicious. Even if it seems a little thin when you taste it, the flavor will become richer if you let it sit for a while. So if you are not eating it right away, you may want to lighten the seasoning. Next, I will fry the spam. There are leftovers from the spam rice bowls I made the other day. Cut into pieces and freeze for easier cooking. Spam is wonderful because it goes well with both rice and bread. Bake until the surface is crispy. I was lazy to use a measuring spoon. I think it's about half a teaspoon of mirin and soy sauce. Coat the entire surface with seasonings. There will be a lot of eggs today. Add sugar and dissolve as usual. Oil the pan. Cook the egg quickly. I like to eat it in this fluffy egg, but in order to put in the bread, we need to cook it well. The rest of the tuna used earlier will be mixed with mayonnaise, Karashi, salt and pepper. Does everyone use tuna often? I like it best with mayonnaise. Tuna mayonnaise onigiri is also my favorite. For sandwich bread, I often get this. Since these are specialty designed for sandwiches, the crusts are cut off and the bread is very thin. I guess sandwich made with thin bread is unique to Japan. Put lettuce for the first sandwich. There is a Japanese convenience store that sells a delicious sandwich with just a large amount of lettuce and ham. And I want to try to recreate that next time. Put tuna. Use as much as you want. Put carrot. I didn't spread anything on the bread because both the carrot and the tuna were quite well seasoned. Wrap in plastic wrap and set aside to make a beautiful shape. Spread mayonnaise on the second sandwich. Put cucumber. I put it down, imagining the cross section when I cut it later. Put eggs as much as you want. Place the spam on top at the end. The spam was big, so I cut it to fit the bread. I'm excited to see if I can make a beautiful cross section. Next, let's make the second side dish. Put butter in the pan. Cook maitake mushroom here. Maitake mushrooms are my favorite mushrooms. I think tempura is the best way to eat them. But I think tempura is a bit too much in the morning, so I make stir-fry dish. The butter blends nicely with the maitake mushrooms and looks delicious on its own. When maitake mushrooms are soft enough, add spinach and add corn. Put soy sauce, sugar, salt and pepper. Are maitake mushrooms available overseas? I really hope you can try this delicious mushroom. Tempura is great, but with butter it's perfect pairing. Finally, it's time for making soup. This is a topping of green onion. I always make miso soup, but how about a flavor other than miso once in a while? This soup is super easy and gentle, yet satisfying. Put water in a pot and add sake, soy sauce, dashi powder, sugar, and salt. After mixing well, prepare the potato starch. Dissolve the potato starch in the same amount of water. Then add it to the pot and stir well. Wait for it to come to a boil. Now beat 2 eggs in a bowl. Eggs do not need seasoning. After adding the potato starch and bringing to a boil, heat thoroughly for 1 to 2 minutes before adding the eggs. It thickened a little. Add the eggs to the boiling soup. Put in a circular motion. Eggs will cook in seconds. Add green onion and turn off the heat. If you prefer your green onion well cooked, you can add them earlier. This is an egg soup that my husband really loves, and he said that he would highly recommend it to everyone. He also said that you should definitely add green onions because they really go well together. Let's cut the sandwich. It looks so good, my stomach is growling while editing. I bought the new tray, by the way. It's beautiful red color. The great thing about this tray is that it's reversible. The other side can be seen in the next video, maybe. I hope you will try one of these dishes. Next, I'm gonna make egg fried rice with lots of pork. First of all, I wanna prepare this pork. It's 200 grams of pork, and I thought it's a little too much for 2 servings of fried rice, but eventually the fried rice with lots of pork was really good. This seasoning is the key, so check it out. I put garlic paste, ginger paste, use grated or minced one if you want. Put soy sauce, sake, sesame oil, oyster sauce, and honey. Mix well so that the flavors are evenly distributed throughout the pork. Place in the fridge for 20 minutes. If you don't have time, 10 minutes is fine. Next, let's cut green onion. These round thin slices are for soup. Today's soup is a reproduction of the soup that comes with fried rice when you order fried rice at the ramen restaurant in Japan, and it's so devastatingly delicious that I definitely want you to make it. I cut the green part too. Minced green onions are for fried rice. The key is to add no vegetables except green onions. This is Naruto, a boiled fish paste with a whirlpool-like pattern. You can also use kamaboko or chikuwa. These are all boiled fish paste. If you don't have it, you can skip it, but it makes the fried rice taste more like restaurant fried rice. Next, let's prepare rice. After washing rice as usual, just pay attention to the amount of water. This is 1 go of rice, 150 grams. Normally, water is added to the exact level of line 1, but in this case, water is added a little less. Cook as usual. In this way, the rice is cooked hard, and it's easy to make restaurant-style fried rice that is not soggy.
これは何？これをチャーシューになる？
これがチャーシューになります。
チャーシューの何？代替ってなんだっけ？
サブスティテュート。
サブスティテュート。
チャーシューってさ、作るの大変だからちょっと簡単に やれる方法。
いいね。すごいね。
こっちのさ、小さい肉の方が味も染みるし。
なるほど。
牛肉じゃないからあんまりテンションが高くない。
いやいや、そんなことないよ。時短戦士だね。これ何？豚？
豚だよ。チャーシューは豚じゃん。Do not add sauce here.
牛ではない。
牛ではない。
チャーシューってでも牛で作ったらどうなの？聞いたことない。
なんか油の溶ける温度が牛と豚だと違うから、なんか作れないって聞いたことあるけど。
確かに。チャーシューってさ、もともとさ、焼き豚で書いて焼くって言ってるのに、なんで通常のチャーシュー煮込むの？
あ、確かに。確かに。焼いてないの。日本はラーメン屋さんとかよく煮るよね。
焼き豚って言ってたからね。ゴングになった今。ダメだって怒られるよ。なんだよ。時短選手だよね。戦させる感じだよ。ファイター。
そう、ファイター。これだったら火の通りも早いしさ、いいんじゃない？
さすが。塩だったら味まだ来るよ。
When the pork changed color, add a little sake and steam the pork for about 3 minutes. I added sake because it's not good to lose moisture while steaming. Since it's not a chunk of meat, probably you do not need to add it. I think it's already cooked. Add the sauce that has just been saved. Blend the sauce and season the pork. If the amount of liquid is large, you can heat it over high heat.
なんかだいぶ美味しそうだったね。これはあれだね。ちょっと念のためで味見しとかないといけないね。これ何に使うの？何に使うの？チャーハン来ない。だいぶいいチャーハンだな。これさ、脂肪分のところでさ、
食べる？いや、
切って粉々にして炒めちゃうと旨味になる。
The chashu pork in fried rice is cut into very small pieces, so I use scissors to cut it. It's very hot. It simmered down and looked even more delicious. Next, let's make soup. Put water, sake, soy sauce, oyster sauce, chicken stock powder, MSG, white sesame oil. You can put other oil if you want. I recommend avoiding oils with strong smell. Unlike black sesame oil, white sesame oil has almost no smell. White pepper improves flavor greatly. Mix well. The soup that comes with the restaurant fried rice is simple but has a deep flavor like ramen soup. My husband has been waiting a long time for this soup and has finally found the ultimate soup. Of course, it's also very tasty with meals other than fried rice. Bring to a boil, then turn off the heat and let sit until ready to eat. Finally, let's make fried rice. Beat 2 eggs. You can make amazingly delicious Japanese authentic fried rice with just these 3 seasonings. On the left is MSG, it's called Haimi. It has even more types of umami components than normal Ajinomoto. On the middle is salt and pepper. It's very convenient because coarsely ground black pepper and salt are already mixed in. On the right is white pepper. I used it to make soup earlier. Put 2 tablespoons of oil in a hot fry pan. The key is to use a lot of oil. This is white sesame oil. Use any oil you like. いきます。
うわ、いいね。ふわふわの状態で入れるんだよね。で、そう。うわ、もう完璧だね、油と卵が。それで食べて美味しいですよ。
これだけで美味しそうだね。
うまそう。塩コショウはしないんだよ。
いや、後でします。肉入れすぎたかも。
いいね。肉チャーハンって言わないし。
ラーメン屋さんのチャーハンはもうちょっとチャーシュー少ないの。
そうです。
全部チャーハンにちょっとチャーシュー。
肉チャーハンだから。
まあたまにはいいかも。
うまそうだよ。
Put salt and pepper. Haimi and white pepper. High heat is used to thoroughly dry out the rice. Note that if there is too much water when cooking rice or too much egg for the amount of rice, the rice will easily become soggy. If you have a kitchen torch, lightly sear the whole thing like this. The restaurant makes fried rice with strong heat and a special frying pan to create a unique, delicious burnt smell. This is an easy way to reproduce it at home. Charring the fatty part of the pork makes it very tasty. Mix well. Add salt and pepper after tasting. This is seriously delicious fried rice that will surprise your friends and family. Just before serving, reheat the soup and add the green onions. We'll add a lot of green onion with it. The rounded, hardened style of fried rice is Japanese style. Serve with soup and you're done. This meat tastes many times better than I imagined. It was full of pork, which made it even better than the fried rice at the restaurant.